Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back in another Madden 22 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding Davante Adams and Chandler Jones and Rocky Sin all to the Raiders. Rocky Sin got traded for Yannick Ngakoue and a couple other things. It didn't specify the deal, but this is what we are rocking with the Raiders. I know it says we lost in the Super Bowl to the Cowboys. The Raiders went 10-7 in real life. So I started from the beginning of the season on an offline roster, because if you start an online roster, you can't use my updated rosters. If you want my updated rosters, there's a link down in the comments. There should be to get my updated rosters. So I forced the Raiders to go 10-7, but I forgot to force the loss and the wild card. So it is what it is. I'm not really going to make that big of a deal of it. It's just Madden simulation. It's not always accurate. So anyways, guys, if you would, please just hit the like button for me, because I recorded an entire Ravens rebuild with Zadarius Smith, and then I saw that Michael Pierce signed with the Ravens and Zadarius Smith pulled out of his deal. I was so upset. Anyways, that's why I couldn't re-upload for like the past 2 days, because I was trying so hard to push that video out, and then he just completely pulled out of the deal. So I had to delete the video and just scrap it completely, because number one, Michael Pierce wasn't on the rebuild, and number two, Zadarius Smith pulled out. So that's two huge signings that just went in and out and just completely dipped. As you can see in the standing, it says Broncos went 13-4. Russell Wilson is on the team. So trying to adjust these ratings with the team trying to get the right draft order is simply impossible. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm just going to pick someone who I think the Raiders would take, aka they're going to take a bust in the first round, because the Raiders just seem to love taking players like Alex Leatherwood and Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs was a good pick. It was just unfortunate what happened to him. Now, looking into the team, looking what we got here. Derek Carr is a great QB, in my opinion. Not insanely good to where I would call him top 10. I would probably have him at 12 on my QBs. Yeah, that's probably where I'd have Derek Carr. I mean, in real life, he is the answer, but in Madden, he will start regression in the next season or the season after that. I believe QB regression starts at 32 or 33. So in Madden, he does not have value to me. I hate to say it, guys, but that's just the reality of it. I can't keep Derek Carr forever. Josh Jacobs, great. Kenyon Drake, I don't want to re-sign. Davante. So, Raiders trade for a superstar wide receiver that does not want to continue playing on a team and cries like a baby about his franchise tag and just wants to play for a new team next year, and then gets traded to the Raiders. Where have I heard this story before? Antonio Brown. Anyways, Hunter Renfrow is great. Darren Waller, as a Ravens fan, I cried to see you succeed on another team. And looking at this O-line, it needs to be improved. Richie Incognito is probably going to retire. Colton Miller is the only good piece there. Defensive line, Nichols is here. Max Crosby got signed to a buttload of a deal, dude. Insane. Rocky Sin is pretty solid. He got traded for Yannick Ngakoue. I'm still going to clown on Raiders fans for this. Josh Allen was on the board, and everyone knew. Josh Allen, the defensive end, keep in mind. He was on the board, and you decided to take Cleveland Farrell. Everyone knew Josh Allen was the better player, but sure, why not just take Cleveland Farrell? Trayvon Mullen. Trayvon Merrig is great. I love Trayvon Merrig. Denzel Perryman, great as well. He was the tackling leader this year, I believe. Chandler Jones, I'm going to move him down to rush right end over Cleveland Farrell. I'm not having Cleveland Farrell start. What an absolute bust for this team. Yeah, I'm going to continue to clown Raiders fans for their great picks, including great picks. Let's go see this one this year. Freaking Alex Leatherwood. He's not even starting. What a terrible pick, dude. Christian Darrisaw is on the board, and you pick Alex Leatherwood. It's so funny to me. Anyways, Nichols is going to start here. I didn't even know Solomon Thomas was on this team. Yeah, everyone else is fine with me there, so it's now time to see the re-signings for this team. And yeah, Casey Hayward is now on the Falcons, so if you didn't see him there, that's the reason why. And we're just going to continue to get into this rebuild and clown the Raiders fans this entire rebuild. No, I'm kidding. Davante Adams is a great addition. Hopefully what Antonio Brown happens didn't actually happen to everyone else. AFC West, nobody retires. Let's go to players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. We got Richie Incognito. No, KJ Wright, no. No. Marcus Mariota, he's a guidance simulation, and I kind of just want to sign him so that way nobody else can have him. No, I'm not going to do that. Everyone else here, yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. He is a god in simulation. I think he's probably going to end up going to the Colts in real life and in Madden. So I'm just going to skip out on free agency because a lot of these ratings are already done with, and I think the Raiders are done with free agency after they made two big moves in Chandler Jones and Davante Adams, a third move getting Nichols, which isn't that big of a deal, trading Yannick Ngakoue, Max Crosby, huge deal. I think they're done with free agency, so I'm just going to skip out on it and just skip to the draft. Late in the draft here, I think the Raiders need to go offensive line after losing Richie Incognito and only having Colton Miller, Alex Leatherwood being Alex Leatherwood. Trevor Penning here, 88 strength, hidden dev, 6'7", my God, out of Northern Iowa. He's going to be the pick here at technically 31. I know in real life they have like pick 20-something probably. I genuinely don't care. It's fine. Either way, they're going to go with offensive linemen, in my opinion. I think that's what they should go with because they have zero offensive line other than Colton Miller. So anyways, it's time to get to the next pick. Here we are after the draft, as Trevor Penning is only a 69 overall. Nice. But, yeah. He's going to be our future right tackle because we don't really have any other option here. And wearing number 73, that's cool. Trevor, I hate it when you switch positions and it just forcefully makes him the left tackle and the other guy the right tackle. Brian Edwards is actually pretty good now that I think about it. John Mechie, I picked him in one of my previous rebuilds. It looks like the CPU did that because I know I didn't. This is what the team looks like. Offensive line, I guess, looks slightly better now. Denzel Perryman is regressing, unfortunately. Jonathan Abram looks pretty good. What do we got here? Anthony Averett, I forgot they got him. Is this Anthony Averett? Yeah, Anthony Averett, 27 years old now. And yeah, we're looking pretty good, guys. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to jump into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-2, highly contested division. The Chiefs are 6-1, Broncos are 4-3, Chargers are 3-3. Very highly contested division, like how I did my Chargers and Broncos rebuild. Josh Jacobs should have a fifth-year option because he was a first-round pick, so I am going to forcefully give him his fifth-year option. Sometimes EA allows you to give a fifth-year option, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to give him that now. Trayvon Mullen, of course, I want you back. I don't know if you were a first-round pick. I don't really care either. So he resigns. Hunter Renfrow, I do want back as well. And I know you want a first-round pick as he resigns. Rocky Sin, I thought he was like already 27, so I'll actually keep him throughout this rebuild. He resigns. Denzel Perryman, you've already started regression. You're going to be below an 80 overall by next season. I can't resign you. Derek Carr, I want to see how far you regress. I'm interested. Jonathan Abram, I do want back. Kenyon Drake, no. Cleveland Farrell, God, no. I'm going to make sure you're not on this team, especially if we make it to the playoffs this year. I just have a driving hate for Cleveland Farrell because it ruined my mock draft that year that Josh Allen did not go. What do we want? Do we want anyone specifically? Greedy Williams would be sick. Anyways, we're just going to ask for a second-round pick for Cleveland Farrell. Almost there. Let's take your 3, 4, and 5. Let's see how that works. No, they're not going to do that. 3 and a 4. That makes it happen. Cleveland Farrell is with the Browns now. They won't re-sign him. Anyways, guys, it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, not making the playoffs, finishing at 8-9, bottom of the division, coming off a loss to the Colts. Very unfortunate way to end the season. It looks like our defensive passing game is 31st. How? We actually have a pretty good secondary. Derek Carr did great. I'm going to re-sign him. 10th best offense in the NFL, 22nd defense. 4,700 yards, 33 TDs, 18 receptions, 61% completion percentage, 18 TDs, 4.7 per carry, 1,100 yards for Josh Jacobs, 1,300 yards, 9 TDs for Davante, Hunter Renfrow, 12 TDs, 1,200 yards. Looking into it defensively, Denzel Perryman, 133 tackles for a loss, 15 for Nichols, sacks, 18 for Chandler Jones, interceptions, 3 for Trayvon Merrig, safeties, 1 for Chandler Jones, defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time just to move in to the offseason. And the Cowboys beat the Ravens. Oh, wow, the Cowboys win another simulations in Madden. Who would have ever guessed? Zeke wins Super Bowl MVP. Mike McCarthy wins Coach of the Year. And Treylon Burks wins Rookie of the Year with the Cowboys, and Kayvon Thibodeau wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. We're going to go and look into the team to see what we got here for our player upgrades. Derek Carr is Superstar Dev. Hunter Renfrow is Superstar Dev. Penning only has Star Dev. I'm fine with that. Looking into it defensively, it looks like McDonald gets upgraded to Superstar Dev. It's nice that he's young, so that's really actually big for us long term. Everyone else here looks fine. I'm not going to bother with anyone else. So we're going to go into the next week, see who we have to re-sign. I want Jonathan Abram back. That's a player I know I want back. And I also want to change up my scheme. I'll do that whenever I get to the next season. So 2022 retirements, AFC West. Just tell me Russell Wilson retired. I would love it. Melvin Ingram retires. Cool, I guess. Not really the biggest deal for us. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have. We have Derek Carr. We didn't. How far did he regress? Did he start regression? -2. He had a good year. I'm gonna give him a 1-year deal. I'm gonna up the money for him. Let's see if that works. He wants to test out free agency. I did what I could. Jonathan Abram. Let's see what we got here. Up the money for him, and he resigns. Kenyon Drake, no. Cade McLeod, you just got Star Dev, and that's going to be useful long term. Stupid cheap deal, and he resigns. Foster Moreau, no. I'm going to hit free agency, try to get Derek Carr back or another QB, so let's move into it. Here we are after free agency as I'm picking up Tremaine Edmonds, Jamel Dean, Baker Mayfield, who I can easily see going to the Raiders, and Darius Slayton. Baker Mayfield, I think, would be a new addition to the Raiders. I can see that happening. Him on the Colts or the Raiders, I could see that. Or even the Bears. I don't know why the Bears, but he seems like he could go there, even though Justin Fields is there. So it's time to move into the draft. In the draft, I'm picking up a left guard, Neil Rush, hidden dev, 87 overall. Probably a lower overall, but that hidden dev is what matters. Another first-round pick, offensive lineman for 3 years in a row for the Raiders now. In the second round, I'm picking up Eli Freeman, another left guard. I'm going to move him to center. And yeah, offense is completely solidified. Offensive line. Here we are after the draft as we have Baker Mayfield, solidified interior offensive line. Sure, I'll keep Alex Leatherwood at the starter. I'm going to change my scheme here to, who do I want as Pittsburgh's? Let's try Pittsburgh's defense. Maybe that will work out better than Baltimore's. Who is this guy? Williams? Quan Williams? Kyron Williams? Cool. I didn't ever pick that guy. Darius Slayton's here. I'm going to move Darius Slayton above Brian Edwards. And yeah, we should be pretty good. Is that Cole Holcomb? Brian Holcomb, probably. Ben Holcomb, rookie out of Miami. Cool. Defensively, yeah, Brian Holcomb's a right outside linebacker, so I was so confused whenever I saw him at tight end. Bost, I'm going to start just because he's younger overall. Jonathan Abram, Miller, Rocky Sin. Our secondary should be a lot better this season, and we should just do a lot better in general. This game is glitching out. There we go. I have to move him around. So apart from that, guys, changed up the schemes. Team looks a little bit better now, in my opinion, so let's move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 7-0, top of the division, and the division kind of sucks this season, coming off a big slapping against the Jets. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have here. Davante Adams, yes, please. Huge spike up in that money, $18 million a year. I know in real life he got like $21 million, so I'm not really going to worry about it too much. He got $21 million a year for 5 years. Josh Jacobs, I'll spike it up, and he resigns. Darren Waller, I do want back, of course. Huge deal for him. He resigns. Max Crosby got paid a absolute mass ton of money a year, so I'm just going to spike this up like a lot just to like relate it to real life. Hold on, let me see what he actually got paid in real life real quick. Let me see this. I'm trying to figure this out. What did Max Crosby get paid? I can't find it for some reason. I'm trying to find it on my phone. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I know it was just like a mass load deal. So $17.3 million a year is a mass load for someone who's a great edge rusher, but not like, I probably wouldn't put him in my top 5. But he got a mass load deal. I just paid him a mass load deal. Chandler Jones got paid like 17 or 16 million a year in real life. So that's why I'm going to pay him here. 16 million. And he resigns. Nichols, I would like back if I didn't just burn all my money. There's some big contracts here that I wanted to get a little bit accurate. Bryan Edwards, I don't think we're going to be able to retain. Andre James, I'm going to have him walk too. I'm going to package deal him with Bryan Edwards together. Bryan Edwards, he's off the team, package deal. Who wants them package dealed? Let me see. Nobody wants them package deal with high greens. I mean, Bears want one at least. Jalen Johnson would be sick. Bobby Wagner on the Bears. It seems so weird. Give me your 2, 3, and your 4. Let's see if that works. No. 2 and a 3. No. Give me your 2, 4, and 5. See if that works. Just your 2 and a 4. Does that work? Yep, 2 and a 4 for Andre James and Bryan Edwards. Everyone else here I'm not interested in. So apart from that, guys, it is now time to jump into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 13-4, top the division, but somehow we don't get a first round bye. What? Ravens take it. Not surprised by that. They probably went 14-2 just to lose to the Titans in the divisional round. We were coming off a loss to the Packers, and that loss is what makes us not get the first seed, unfortunately. But we're here to face the 11-6 Broncos, as the Chiefs also make it in at 10-7. So let's see the stats and awards. Baker was a god. That's MVP. Come on. Second for MVP, so close, probably because it's the rushing stats. Offensive yards first in the NFL, defensively sixth. Nice playbook by Pittsburgh, 5,500 yards, 44 TDs, 10 receptions, 70% completion percentage. One of the best years in Madden I've seen in a while for a QB. Josh Jacobs, almost 300 attempts, 1,400 yards, 20 TDs, 4.7 per carry. That's superstar development. And Davante, 115 receptions, 1,500 yards, 11 TDs. Amazing year. Hunter Renfrow, 11 TDs, 1,200 yards. Darius Slayton, 1,100 yards, 7 TDs. Darren Waller, 7 TDs, 2 yards shy from 1,000 yards. And defensively, Trayvon Mullen and Tremaine Edmonds with the most tackles on the team. 19 tackles for Bile Nichols. And sacks, 17.5 for Chandler Jones, 9.5 for Max Crosby. I just paid you $17 million a year, and this is what you give me? Chandler Jones, $16 million a year and doing a lot better. Interceptions, 4 for Trayvon Mullen. Safeties, 1 for Nichols. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move in to the divisional round if we can beat the Denver Broncos here. Hopefully we can. Russell Wilson's pretty good. We do 63-27. Their defense was non-existent. We're here to face the Titans. Oh, man, I wish the Ravens were there to face the Titans. As a Ravens fan, I'm upset about it. We're going to lose the Titans. God dang it, dude. It's so irritating. So irritating to go 13-4 just to lose to a 10-7 team. Out. Ravens are going to lose now that they're playing the Titans. Anyways, it's time to get into the Super Bowl. Well, it's time to get into the offseason. And the Ravens actually beat the Titans, and they beat the Cardinals in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson was the Super Bowl MVP and League MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Quite the year for him. I wish that happened in real life. Anyways, let's see what we got for the roster upgrades offensively. Baker should be a superstar. Baker is a superstar. Josh Jacobs is a superstar as well, which is awesome to see. Both my interior offensive linemen are star devs, which I'm cool with. Defensively, looking into it, Max Crosby does not get a dev up because he hasn't been that amazingly consistent. Trayvon Mullen gets superstar dev. That's awesome to see. Everyone else here is fine. And what was our team rankings? Was our 10th for passing, top 10 passing defense. That's great. We're going to move into the re-sign players here. I don't know if there's anyone that I wanted to re-sign. I think I already skipped over everyone that I already did. So I think we should be fine for this upcoming free agency because we already signed all of our big name players and we don't have money to spend it anyways because I overpaid Chandler Jones and Max Crosby like how the Raiders did in real life. Julio Jones retires on the Chiefs. Interesting. Okay, and we can't participate in free agency because, again, we only have $2 million to spend. Everyone else here I'm just not interested in. I don't really care about them. So it's now time just to move into the draft. In my first round, Thomas Snell is going to be my first round pick. Defensive tackle, 90 strength, 6'4", 306. A block shedding, B finesse moves, A tackle, F injury. Good thing injuries turned off. So anyways, guys, he's out of Alabama. Pretty good. And it's now time to get into my next pick. In my second round pick, I'm choosing Jose Dubois, baby. If you guys do remember in my Falcons franchise series, there was an episode where my third string running back, a guy named Dubois, his last name, was just a beast for the entire episode. He had to start because Nyheim Hines got injured at one point. So my Falcons franchise, a guy named Dubois got picked, and I thought, why not take him? Doesn't even have the best stats, B, break tackle, C, cash in traffic, and that's really all I can really know about him. But he has star dev, so that's cool. Why not replace Bryan Edwards? Anyways, I'm just going to skip to the end of the draft. Here we are with the overlook of the team after the draft and after free agency. This is what we look like offensively, and it looks like the boys doesn't even start. That's upsetting. Anyways, probably a bust. Snell is a 78 overall. That's huge. Everyone else here looks fine. I'm going to start Boss just because he's better, I guess. I'm going to start him. What about you? Tyre. Oh, I'm not going to start a strong safety there. Actually, I'll start you, I guess, since you're not that bad. Everyone else here seems fine to me. So apart from that, guys, I would say that it's now time just to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are coming off a 31-0 shutout win against the Chargers as they are 1-6 bottom of the division. We are 4-3 contested division here. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have. We have Trayvon Merrick. I would love to have you back, please. And he resigns. Alex Leatherwood. How about no? Nate Hobbs, no. Everyone else here, no. So apart from that, guys, I would say that it's now time just to skip into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs coming off a loss to the Panthers, luckily making the playoffs, finishing 9-8, second in the division. The Chiefs finished 15-2. Definitely have the first seed. Let me look at this here. They do have the first seed, so that's cool. And yeah. 11-6 Colts, we're going to have to face them. We're probably going to lose. Stats and awards, Baker was amazing. Let's see what we got here. Baker, not even top 5, not even top 10. That's stupid. Anyways, he was top 5 and he was the most in passing yards, top 5 in passing touchdowns, and he was top 10 in passer rating, but, well, top 12. Best offense in the NFL, defensively, 5th, and we were 9-8. Okay. 5,000 yards, almost 39 TDs, 14 receptions. The 14 receptions is the reason why. 68% completion percentage, 16 TDs, 5.1 per carry, 1,400 yards. That's superstar X factor right there. I'm going to give it to him. Davante, 1,300 yards, 9 TDs. Been amazing this rebuild. 8 TDs, 1,100 yards for Hunter Renfrow. Darren Waller, 1,000 yards, 12 TDs. Great year. Defensively, Tremaine Edmonds, 117 tackles for a loss, 19 for Max Crosby. Sacks, 17.5 for Max Crosby. Thank you for playing up to your contract. Chandler Jones, 8 tackles for a loss, 10.5 sacks. He's regressing quite a bit. Interception, 7 for Trayvon Mullen. That's superstar X factor for him. 0 safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to see if we can beat the Indianapolis Colts to move on to the divisional round. Can we please do it? We do. 38-22, and this is where the line ends as we are going to get pounded into the ground by the Chiefs, I'm assuming. Yeah, 35-31 again. Anyways, it's now time to move into the offseason. And the Chiefs beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl. Derrick Henry, Titans, wins Super Bowl MVP. Urban Meyer wins Coach of the Year. Okay. And the Colts got a bunch of awards, too, for Defensive Rookie of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year. Adjust the lineup. Let's see what we got here for the upgrades. Baker, X Factor. Josh Jacobs, I'm going to make him an X Factor. 5.1 per carry, 16 TDs. And 1,200 yards? Great year. 5.1 per carry was ridiculous. And he had a very good season the last season, too. So we're going to make him an X Factor here as he becomes a 99 overall. And looking into it defensively, looks like Max Crosby gets superstar. Snell only has star dev, but I'm fine with that. And Jamel Dean gets superstar dev. Trayvon Mullen had 7 interceptions, and you give this dev up to Jamel Dean? That doesn't make any sense. It's time to give it to Trayvon Mullen. So let's give Trayvon Mullen superstar X Factor because that's fair. And defensively looking into it, this is what the team, bro, our team is so stacked. So good. Anyways, guys, apart from that, we don't have any money to spend. I'm going to move into the re-sign players. I don't even want to re-sign anybody here anyways. I got everyone I need. So now that I think about it, what do I want? 2024 retirements. We got the AFC West. Let's see what we got. Corey Linsley retires. Players ready to negotiate. I don't think there's anyone. I can't participate in free agency because I have no money. Alex Leatherwood, no. Actually, he's an 80 overall. I don't think I'm going to get anyone better in the draft. So let's try and tank this, then tag him. It's $14 million a year. I would never pay that to him in real life. It's just this is the 4th and final season, and I don't need to get into free agency, and I won't find a better guard in the draft that's an 80 overall. So I'm just going to skip to the draft. In the draft, I'm picking up Kendricks Harris, hidden dev, 6'1", 230 pounds. looks pretty good to me. He's going to be a depth linebacker out of Utah, and I'm just going to skip to the end of the draft. Here we are after the draft, as this is what the team looks like going into the fourth and final season. We have 4 X Factors and a superstar. Looks like the CPU picked up Alex Leatherwood's replacement. It already knew Alex Leatherwood was a bust, so it knew his replacement was here. Defensively, looking into it, this is what we look like. Harris looks, oh, we have Henry Tutu. I didn't know we got him. Harris, I'm going to move him, just move him to a second string middle linebacker. Everyone else here looks pretty good to me. So apart from that, guys, it's time to jump into the fourth and final season. And let's just skip into the playoffs and hope we actually make the playoffs. Usually in the fourth and final season, it never happens, but let's hope we do. Here we are in the playoffs coming off a win to the Eagles as we are 15-2, top the division with a first-round bye. Stats and awards, I can't wait for us to lose into the divisional like every part of this rebuild. Baker Mayfield, that has to be an MVP season. Baker Mayfield, league MVP. Best offense in the NFL. I'm never going to say those words in real life. Baker, league MVP. 5th best defense. Pittsburgh's defense is the way to go. 5,400 yards, 44 TDs, 9 interceptions, 70% completion percentage, amazing year. Josh Jacobs, 23 TDs, 5.3 per carry, 1,500 yards, amazing year. Davante, almost 1,600 yards, 8 TDs. Slayton, 7 TDs, 1,100 yards. Darren Waller, 1,000 yards, 11 TDs. Hunter Renfrow, 10 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Defensively looking into it, Tremaine Edmonds, 109 tackles for a loss, 17 for Max Crosby, sacks, 12.5 for Max Crosby, interceptions, 5 for Jamel Dean, and Chandler Jones only 5.5 sacks. Wow, he's really regressing. And looking into it, safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, very good year for us. Let's see who we're going to be facing in the divisional round. I'm sure we're just going to lose in the divisional round because that's how this entire simulation has played out so far. Yeah, we lost. It's the Chiefs. We lost. You already know you've lost. You know Madden simulation too well. Okay, I guess not. 28-23. I'm surprised. Let's see if we can beat the New England Patriots to move on to the Super Bowl. So let's move into it. Here we are in the game as it is 0-0, 7-0 against the Patriots in the conference championship, 7-14. That happened really quickly. Okay. We got 21-7 against the Patriots, almost in the half, 28-7, 10-28 at the end of the half, 28-35, now 24-35. Very good game. Okay, 38-24. I think we might have this. I don't want to jinx myself. 45-24. We got this in the bag. 45-24, slapping the Patriots, embarrassing them, and we're going to move on to the Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield, goated, baby. 4 TDs, only 1 interception. Amazing game. Let's move to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 13-4 Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be a hard matchup because, of course, the Cowboys and Chiefs are gods in simulation. It's understandable why the Chiefs are gods in simulations, but not the Cowboys. Anyways, this is what the team looks like overall. I kind of want to cut Alex Leatherwood just so that way he can't experience the Super Bowl. No, I'm kidding. This hate for Alex Leatherwood, this rebuild has been too much. I will admit that. Anyways, looking into it defensively, this is what we got here. Any upgrades? I don't see any upgrade. Oh, Jonathan Abram? I didn't know that he got an upgrade. Maybe he got it earlier. I don't know if he got it this season. Anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to get into the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys to see if we can, of course, win it. And this is already a successful rebuild, whether or not we win it. So, anyways, let's get into the Super Bowl. Here we are against the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and it is 7-0. They also have home field advantage, by the way, 7-7. Come on, defense. Let's see that 5th best defense in the NFL and the number 1 offense, please. Can our number 1 offense function? 14-13, our first lead. 14-21. Come on. Come on, dude. Oh, my God. This is so... You can never beat the Cowboys. It's impossible to beat them. It's so irritating in Madden. And it looks like the very first season that I played, we lost the Cowboys in simulation in the Super Bowl before the video even started, as you guys saw. But, yeah, it looks like it predicted it again. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. This is the final overlook of the team. Still a successful rebuild considering that we did make it to the Super Bowl.